In this session we will discuss about resistance, on what factors it depends. Thereafter we will discuss about the combination of resistances, that is resistance in series and resistance in parallel. From Ohm's law, we have discussed in Ohm's law that V equals to IR, where this R is constant of proportionality called as resistance, or we said R is equal to V upon I, which is equal to constant. Its unit, it was ohm. Now what is resistance? As the name specifies, resistance means to resist. It is actually the property of a conductor, or you can say the property of a wire, by which it opposes the flow of electric current through it. Means whatever be the amount of current required for a conductor, only that much current passes through the conductor. That the rest of the current is absorbed by the resistance. The amount of current required by the conductor is taken and the rest of the current is absorbed by the resistance itself. So there is an importance of resistance, you can say in wire or in conductor or in an electric circuit. Now next is on what factors it depends. First is it depends upon the length of the conductor. Let it be a wire. Resistance depends upon the length of the conductor. Means if it increases the length of the conductor, the resistance will increase, and if it decreases the length of the conductor, the resistance will decrease. Means resistance is directly proportional to the length of the conductor. Next is it depends upon the area of cross section of the conductor. If we increase the area of the conductor, resistance will decrease, and if we decrease the area of the conductor, resistance will increase. Means resistance is inversely proportional to the area of the conductor. Next, it depends upon the nature of the material. Every conductor may be made up of different type of material, so it also depends upon the nature of the material. Next, it also depends upon the temperature. If we increase the temperature of the conductor, the resistance increases, and if it decreases the temperature of the conductor, resistance decreases. Let us keep this equation as first, this equation as second. So if we comparing 1 and 2, we get R, this one. If we compare both, we'll get R proportionality L upon A. We don't keep this proportionality sign, it is replaced by a constant, that is rho, L upon A. This is constant of proportionality called resistivity. If we take the value of resistivity, it will be rho R A upon L. Unit of resistance is ohm. Area is meter square and length is meter. This meter goes. It is ohm meter. It is also called as mho, MHO. These are some of the factors on which the resistance of the conductor depends. This is resistivity. Concept of proportionality. So it was factors on which the resistance of a conductor depends. The first one was length of the conductor. Resistance was directly proportional to the length of the conductor. If you increase the length of the conductor, its resistance increases, and vice versa. Resistance is inversely proportional to the area of the cross section of the conductor. If it increases the area of the conductor, resistance decreases, and if it decreases the area of the conductor, resistance increases. Nature of the material. As I told earlier that different conductors are made up of different types of material. So resistance also depends upon the type of the material a conductor is made up of. Next is temperature. Temperature, if it increases the temperature, resistance increases, and if it decreases the temperature, resistance decreases. On comparing first and two, it was R is directly proportional to L, R is inversely proportional to L. When we combine both, we get R L upon A. We remove this proportionality sign by a constant known as constant of proportionality called resistivity, and its value was, this was constant of proportionality called as resistivity. If we talk about resistivity, its unit rho is Ra upon L. As a unit of resistance is ohm, that of area is meter square, and L is meter. This meter and meters goes only meter left. Ohm meter, it is also called as mho. It is to be noted that a good conductor should have low resistivity, whereas a poor conductor should have high resistivity. A good conductor should have low resistivity, and a poor should have resistivity. Our next topic is combination of resistance. If we talk about the circuit, household circuit or the circuit in radios or television, we have to connect a number of resistance in lengthwise. It depends upon the amount of the current required by the, you can say, conductor or a circuit. If we need to increase the current in the circuit, we have to apply it parallelly, and if we need to decrease the current in the circuit, we have to apply it in series. We have two combination of resistance. First one is series and second one is parallel. This series combination is used when we require more current. In series combination means we use series combination when we require less current in the circuit and offer more resistance. On the other hand, this parallel combination is used when we require more current in the circuit to flow or less resistance in the circuit. These combinations, whether series or parallel, they are connected lengthwise, and it depends upon the amount of current required by the circuit. Let us start with series combination. In series combination, resistors are connected combination, the symbol of resistance is this one. If we talk about this series combination, this is first resistor, this is second resistor, this is third resistor. Let us take an example of 3 resistors. All 3 resistors are connected end to end. One end of this resistor is connected to the other end of this resistor, and one end of this resistor is connected to the other end of this resistor. This combination is used when more resistance is required in a circuit. If more resistance is applied in the circuit, means less current will flow through the circuit. Now, next is the circuit diagram. I am taking an example of 3 resistors that are connected in series. This is R1, this is R2, this is R3. Potential V is applied across its end, and the current I flows through it. We have only one path here, means same current will flow through all 3 resistors. I will flow from here, I will flow from here, and I will flow from here. If same current flows, means potential across each resistor will be different. And for measuring the potential across each resistor, we apply one voltmeter here, V1, another voltmeter here, V2, and another voltmeter here, V3. Means same current flows, through each resistor. And across each resistor, voltage will be different. This is the thing we have to keep in mind in series circuit diagram, that same current flows through each resistor and the potential across each resistor will be different. So we have studied about Ohm's law. From Ohm's law we have V is equal to IR. We are discussing about series, so we can write it as RS. Here the voltage get divided. Across first resistor voltage was V1. Across second it was V2, and across third it was V3. But from Ohm's law, V is equal to IR, means I can write it as same current flow I will write I here. Resistance R1. Across first resistance we write R. Second, same current flows I. R2. Same current flows remain I, and that resistor is I3. This is the total voltage applied across the ends. So these voltage will be the sum of this larger voltage. V will be equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. If we substitute the values of V1, that is IR1 here, IR2 here, IR3 here, we can write V as IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. But this V, total voltage, is equal to IRS. So instead of V, we will write IRS. And this is equal to IR1, IR2, IR3. We can write it as IRS is equal to, I is common here, we can take I, R1 plus R2 plus R3. This I and this I goes, becomes RS is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. This RS is the effective resistance in series, which is equal to the sum of all the individual resistances connected in series. Effective resistance RS is equal to sum of all the individual resistances or resistors connected in let us take an example. Suppose you are asked, find the total resistance in a circuit connected in series. Let R1 be equal to 1 ohm, R2 is equal to 2 ohm, and R3 is equal to 3 ohm. If we need to find the effective resistance, we will write it as RS is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. This is the formula of effective resistance connected in series. It will be equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3, that is 6 ohms. This will be the total resistance applied across the circuit.